Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel, glad to see you here. If this happens to be the first video of the series you are watching right now and you would like to understand what the hell is going on here, you should probably take a look at the very first video in the playlist. There you will get a brief explanation and installation guide for the whole thing. Unfortunately, I have some not so pleasant news that might be a turnoff for some people, especially the beginners. It turns out that even though Postiz is a free solution, some social networks hide the possibility to use third-party apps behind the paywall. I haven't checked all of them yet, but I will eventually, and of course I will share this information with you, so you can decide for yourself whether you want to go this way or not. Also in parallel, I'm looking at some other solutions that could potentially be better. And some of them are not that trivial at all, so stay tuned. In this video, I will guide you through connecting your ex-Twitter account to Postiz. As usually, no coding skills are needed whatsoever. This will be super easy step-by-step guide with newbie-friendly explanations of anything that might feel a bit complex, so your journey stays as simple and comfortable as possible. Alrighty, let's take a look at the configuration file and check what is required. As you might remember, our configuration file is located in our Postiz project folder and called Docker Compose YAML. As you can see here, for some of the platforms we have these key secret or ID secret pairs. You can think of them kind of like a login and a password, but just for machines and apps. Basically, this is how Postiz gets permission to post on your behalf in your accounts without ever touching your real username and password. But really important, please do not try putting your actual username and password in here. Firstly, it simply won't work, and secondly, which is way more important, never ever store your real login credentials anywhere except a proper password manager. Seriously guys, keep that stuff safe. Today's video is all about configuring connection to X in Postiz, so let's jump into the fun part. Obviously at this point you should already have an X account created. If not, now is the time. Head over to x.com and sign up for one. To get your X API key and API secret, our regular account needs to become a developer account first. So let's go to developerx.com and follow the steps from there. Okay, here we just need to go sign in and you will get your regular X sign-in page. I was already signed in before, that's why I'm getting the next step already. So here you just need to give your developer account a name. It does not need to be the same as your regular account username, so just type whatever you like here. Describe all of your use cases of access, data and API. Basically just explain why you need this developer account. You don't need to lie here, so we will say something like then you need to tick all the checkboxes here, make sure to read all of the agreements, terms and policies, and click submit. Okay, here's the short disclaimer. Just if it looks a little bit weird for you, like this part is completely from another time, then you are right, because previous part was recorded several days ago and I started to run into issues with connecting the platform, and I've spent a lot of time trying to figure out what was going on. Every time I was trying to connect the X account to Postiz, I was getting the could not connect error. I found one approach that works all the time. My assumption is that you already watched my previous video on how to expose your localhost publicly, and I will be going further from that point, considering that you have done those steps. Here in the developer console, we need to go to apps. Just to make it a little bit more nice, you can create a new app and give it some nice name just by clicking create new app, create new application, and you will get one. Or if you are lazy, you can just use the one that was already automatically created at the beginning. So when you go here, you go to set up user authentication settings. You need to select read and write here. You must keep native app. This is critical. And here, the callback URL should be your public URL, followed by integration, social, and I will be using the one I own already because I'm running tunnel on it. So for me, it will be https Postiz followed by /integrations social x, and just copy this part here. Save changes, a very important part. You don't use these. You will get this message as soon as you click save changes. You will get the client ID and client secret generated for you, but this is not the ones you will be using in your configuration file. So you can simply close this one. What you need to use in the configuration file is OAuth 1.0 keys. To be able to do that, you need to click regenerate. Yes, regenerate. And this is your consumer key and consumer secret that should go to the X API key and X API secret. If you lost your OAuth 1 keys, you would need to regenerate it again. And every time you regenerate them, you need to change them in your configuration file. So let's regenerate them again. Copy consumer key. I will paste consumer key as X API key. I will pick consumer key secret and paste it as X API secret. Now what I need to do, just need to save the document, close it, and I need to restart Compose. Yeah, now we need to hit Authorize app, our X account added. Let's try to create a post. Post now. And here we go. Now let's talk about financial part of it. As you might noticed already that I had $5 at my balance and now it's like $4.99. This is because since February 2026, X does not have free tier anymore. Meaning that if you want to manage your X account using third-party software, you would have to pay. Unfortunately, according to my rough estimations, if you're going to post on X using Postiz once or twice per day, from $2 to $8 per month should be enough. Also, X does not have subscriptions. It's basically pay as you go. They're charging by requests. So every time you create a post, it's sending a request. But be careful because reading requests and posting requests both cost money. Meaning that if you're using Postiz to read something and post something, or even if you're using Postiz to send some DMs, all of these different parts will cost you money. Well, this is it for today. As usually, it was a pleasure having you here. Hopefully this video was helpful. If so, would be great if you can push those like and subscribe buttons. And I wish you a lovely day. Take care.